Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I just hit level 40 in Modern Warfare. I almost wanted to say Black Ops 4 right there, but clearly we are not playing Black Ops 4 and we are on Modern Warfare. But I just hit level 40, which means I just unlocked the throwing knife. And in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is actually showing you guys the best class setups when it comes to knifing in Modern Warfare. Now, some of you guys may think there's not many options when it comes to knifing in this game. There's not many class setups, but there actually is a couple different options that some of you guys probably don't even know about. But anyways, if you guys could go ahead and start by dropping a like, that would be amazing. Let's shoot for 5,000 likes on this video. Let me know down below in the comment section how you guys feel about knifing. So far, I'm iffy on it. I'm not going to give my opinions until I hit level 55 and give it a couple more days. I don't want to be negative, but it's looking slow, to be completely honest with me right now. But make sure you guys let me know down below in the comment sections how you guys feel about knifing so far in Modern Warfare. Alright, baby, so what I'm going to do is actually go down here at the bottom. I'm going to actually make a class setup for you guys that are low levels. So this is a class setup that you guys are going to rock when you're, after you go to level 4 and you get the blueprint for the blue silence combat knife. This is the setup I rocked with. I ran an SMG because I wasn't sure if it, makes your movement faster when you run around, obviously, with a pistol or an SMG. But obviously, you're going to be running around with a combat knife, and you're going to be using the blue silence. So once you get level 4, all you do is go over to your melee. The combat knife is going to be locked. You're going to have to actually unlock that at level 22, like I said in my last video. But once you get level 4, you actually get this, pre-order bonus called the Blue Silence. So once you put that on your class, you're going to be running either double time or EOD. I would suggest EOD because people spam the literal crap out of claymores, and you really need EOD. But there's also Scavenger, and when you get throwing knives unlocked at level 40, that's what you're going to be rocking for, your throwing knife class setups. But for right now, EOD or double time, I would suggest EOD, but you can run double time if you want as well. For your second perk, you're only going to have restock hardline, and then you'll end up unlocking high alert by level 9. So I would suggest hardline, and then once you get to level 24, you unlock ghost, and that's going to be in a different class setup. But you're going to be rocking hardline, so you can get your your personal radars and your UAVs. So yeah, you'll be running that. And for the last perk, there's really not anything that good to even run when you're a low rank. I just ran amp to, faster weapon swap and stuff like that, but you could use tune-up, which would allow you to get dead silence faster, so that could be a better perk to use, and I would suggest probably using tune-up. And then obviously in your lethal, you have nothing you can use besides the throwing knife when you get level 40, so there's nothing really to use. Now when it comes to your tactical grenades, I would suggest using flash grenade, stun grenade, or smoke grenade. Obviously all this other stuff besides stim isn't necessary. I guess decoy nades are also, I guess knife only because it's just decoys. But I would suggest using smokes because smokes are very useful in this game, and you could just smoke out an area at the beginning of the map and just rush and get a couple kills. So I would suggest using smokes. I'm going to put that on the class, and obviously whatever lethal, because like I said, there's really no lethal for you to use. So this is the class setup. Once you hit level 4, this is what you want to run. Alright, baby, so once you get to level 24, you should have, your combat knives unlocked and your riot shield unlocked at level 22, and you also unlock ghost at 24. So once you get to 24, this is the class setup that you guys want to rock with. Obviously, you want to have a riot shield on your back because, it protects you from fire from behind you, and a riot shield is just good just in case you run into a situation where you need to pull it out for capping a flag, or, making sure an enemy doesn't kill you from range and then get into, a certain little place that you want to get to. So riot shields are very useful. Obviously, when you get to level 22, you'll unlock your combat knife, and then for your perks, you want to run EOD, the same thing as before, but you switch out ghost for hardline, and that's the class up you're going to rock with once you hit, like I said, level 22 to 24 around in there. I think ghost is unlocked at 24. So now let's hop into setups once you guys hit level 40. This is my go-to setup right here for throwing knives. I use Scavenger, Ghost, and Shrapnel. Scavenger resupplies your lethals, so that's good for that. Ghost, you want to have Ghost on so you stay off that mini-map, because people get personal radars and people get UAVs way too frequent in this game, and you really need Ghost in order to do really good knifing. And it's good for flanking, even though footsteps are really, really loud in this game. It's still really good for knifing. You definitely need to have Ghost on. And then the other one is Shrapnel. You spawn with an extra piece of lethal equipment. Explosive damage delays enemy health regeneration. Obviously, the last part doesn't even matter because you're going to kill them as soon as you hit them with your throwing knife. So you have 2 throwing knives with this, and then you also can get 3 throwing knives if you pick a scavenger pack up. Now, this is my class setup that I go to right here in case I run against people that use, a lot of claymores. Like I said before, EOD is really good against people that spam claymores. If they put back-to-back claymores, there's nothing you can do. But if there's just one claymore there, you just hit the claymore and it does damage. It's pretty much flak jacket. It says take reduced damage from non-killstreak explosives and fire. Hack enemy claymores, proximity mines, C4, and trophy systems. Obviously, you're not going to be hacking if you're going knife only, but it does help in regards to, flanking around the whole map and then a claymore just being around a corner and you just dying to that. Like, that's got to be the worst feeling ever. So this is my EOD class in case I run into people that use a lot of claymores. Alright, so this is my class setup for people that want to do traditional knifing, the old school knifing in Call of Duty. As you guys can see, I don't have a combat knife on this setup. I have an M19. An M19 is a pistol that, was originally in COD 4. It was the pistol that everybody ran around with and knifed with back in the day. So that's why I have it on my class setup. I have scavenger so you can resupply your throwaway knives. Like I said before, you can switch that out for EOD if you would like. In case you're running around with, against people that have a lot of claymores around the map, you definitely want to switch that out. Now with this setup, you don't have a combat knife, but you can still run around and one-hit melee people. If you guys remember my video from the beta, when you equip a throwaway knife on your class and you run around and you melee people, it uses that throwing knife to give you a one-hit kill melee. So as long as you have a throwing knife on your setup, you don't use both of them and you don't throw them at people, or if you resupply it with scavenger, you will be able to one-hit melee people if you go up and panic knife or you actually go up to try to stab them. It won't weapon butt, it'll actually use the throwing knife instead. So for all you guys that are feeling nostalgic and you want to use that old school knifing mentality and you want to, knife like you did back in the old days, you can do that in this game. You just have to make sure you have a throwing knife on your class at all times so you make sure you one-hit melee people when you go up to them. Alright, so this class setup's for people that want to go for ninja diffuses. If you want to go for ninja diffuses, you probably want to be using a knife because it makes it that much more intense. For me specifically, I mean, if you want to run around with a pistol and go for ninja diffuses, by all means do it. In this game, you can actually go for ninja diffuses because we don't have Fog of War that we had in Black Ops 4, so it's a lot easier to go for ninja diffuses, and you're probably going to get them a lot more frequently than you did back in Black Ops 4. One thing that does suck is you're not going to be able to have dead silence on, and with all these class ups, I forgot to tell you guys that you want to run dead silence. Dead silence is key because people hear your footsteps so loud in this game. You need to have dead silence on. So with this setup, I have cold-blooded, ghost, and tune-up. Now the reason why I have tune-up is because it recharges your field upgrades, and dead silence is a field upgrade since it's not a perk, and it recharges it 33% faster. So you want to have dead silence on if you're playing S&D and going for ninja diffuses. Obviously you want to have ghost on in case they get a personal radar or a UAV. And then you want to have cold-blooded on as well because undetectable by AI targeting systems, thermal optics, and does not trigger high alert warning. I don't know if it actually doesn't show your name. I hope it does. That's usually what cold-blooded does in every single COD besides Black Ops 4 and maybe one other COD. I think it does hide your name, but I may be mistaken. But I think this is the best setup for you guys that want to go for ninja diffuses and search and destroy, since it is actually possible in this Call of Duty game. Alright, so there's one more setup that I'm gonna have to go into a private match to show you guys because I don't have the weapon ranked up quite yet, and that is using the bayonets on the AK-47. This is the only weapon in Modern Warfare that has a bayonet on it, and I'm gonna show you guys the class setup I would suggest running with it. Now, I made this weapon as small as I possibly could to where it looked kind of like an AK-40, or not, an AK-74U. I almost said 47, but it looked pretty much like an AK-74U, and I had the bayonet on it. Make sure you guys are running fast melee with the bayonet. That is a good combo. I don't know why I have the compact barrel on it. Maybe it makes it smaller. I think that's why I have it on there, so it's like a little smaller, and maybe your movement speed would be increased. Yeah, your mobility is increased when you put on the compact barrel, I believe. So that is the setup that I run for the bayonets. It's pretty much the same stuff. I have scavenger on. I shouldn't have scavenger. If you're going to run around with this, you need an EOD. I don't have a throwing knife here. I'm going to let you guys know why I don't have a throwing knife. When you use this class setup and you have a throwing knife as your lethal, it's going to run around and just stab people with your throwing knife. You're not going to actually use the bayonet at all. So when using this setup, if you guys just want to use throwing knives until you run out of throwing knives and then use your bayonet after, you can. But for this setup, I don't have throwing knives on. You're more than welcome to pop them on and use shrapnel because that's why I do have shrapnel on for the throwing knives. But I just want to show you guys that because if you do have that on, it will knife people with your throwing knives if you don't use them. And yeah, if you guys want to get kills with the bayonet, then that would be a bad thing. So yeah, these are the class setups that you guys want to rock when it comes to knifing in Modern Warfare. Now when it comes to kill streaks, you can't actually deselect kill streaks. I'm going to try to deselect them and then go off of it. It just reselects them again. And if you try to just take one off and go off of it, it just selects it again. So you have to run 3 kill streaks at a time. You can't just run 1. You can't just run 2, which does suck because I don't want to have this on. You can actually run around and melee people with the cluster strike, but it takes 4 hits to kill them. Which I thought was pretty cool. It's kind of like using the fist. I haven't even seen the fist yet. I don't even know if you can use the fist in this game. I have no idea. I haven't seen anybody use them, or I haven't seen them, in class setups yet. So there may not be fists in this game. It may only be in what's it called? The gunfight mode, the OSP gunfight mode. But anyways, I have personal radar on. I have UAV. You guys can use specialist if you want. I don't think the perks are worth using specialist. But once I unlock my advanced UAV, that's all I'm going to be rocking, and that's at 12 kills. And I don't know if I'll ever get it because my highest kill streak's 11 right now, but hopefully I'll get that down the road sometime and get some advanced UAVs and stuff like that. But right now I'm just rocking cluster, and it does suck because you can't run counter UAV and UAV. You have to either pick one or the other. I wish you didn't have to do that. I wish you could just run personal radar, UAV, and counter UAV, but unfortunately we can't. So hopping into field upgrades, there's really only, I guess there's a couple field upgrades you guys can use, right? You can use dead silence. You can also use a munitions box to resupply your throwing knives. That could be nice. But there's also a lot of perks for you to resupply your throwing knives, You could use a trophy system, but I don't think that's very useful when it comes to knifing. You could use a deployable cover, but I don't think that's too useful. The other one that I think is really useful is tactical insertion. Tactical insertions could be key in Dom and also in ground war. TAC insurgents could be really good in that. So make sure you guys pop that on your class sometime if you want to use it. But for 6v6 and 10v10 and 20v20, I would suggest using dead silence. So yeah, guys, that is my class setup video. That is everything when it comes to knifing in Modern Warfare. These are the best setups that I could come up with. If you guys think of anything else, let me know down below in the comment section. If I should switch anything out, if you guys think anything else would be more useful. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys to knife in Modern Warfare. I hope you guys go out there and do a whole lot better than I'm doing right now, because I'm not doing that good. I'm struggling out here. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and turn on post notifications if you guys haven't already, so you never miss a video on the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.